Wait. Okay, we are live. New. Wait. Got it. Okay. So, we are live, and we're going to be cleaning some fish. So, yeah. Here's our first fish that we're going to be cleaning. It's a Blackbelly Rosefish. And I just have this on a chest mount, just because. So, I'm trying to get it in. There we go. And we're going to be cleaning this guy. So, this is a 7-inch Mercer Sport fillet knife. Very nice. Nice ergonomic handle. Super grippy. These bumps help because if you get your hands slimy, it won't slip. Very sharp knife. Holds its edge very well. And we're going to be cleaning this Blackbelly Rosefish. So, even though there is nobody watching, that's fine with me. We are going to lift up the fin, and we're going to fillet this guy. So, they are very, very white fish. Their meat is super beautiful, super white, and yeah, they're some of the most tasty fish in the sea. So, just like that, that's our first cut. Angle up the camera. Orientation is locked. Okay, I rotate it back. What? I don't know what's going on. Hopefully that didn't ruin the whole entire live stream. But these guys have very sharp everythings, so don't touch them unless you know where you're putting your hand. And yeah, they have super white meat, as you could see, and they're one of the more challenging fish to fillet, I'd say. Like, they're very bloody. They just have blood, a lot of it. It's like that. They're called Blackbelly Rosefish because their stomach lining is very black. And we're going to cut right through there and then go flat, just like that. Oh, that's pretty small, but that's expected, especially on this type of fish. I'm going to do the same thing again. These are some of the most challenging fish to fillet, as I said earlier. Just because, like, you could see their spines. Spine here, spine here, spine here, spine here. A whole bunch more spines up there. And then their dorsals are also very sharp. And they're very slimy as well, so. They're hard to fillet. In case you do not know what Blackbelly Rosefish are, they are deep-dwelling fish, meaning they live from about 700 all the way out to like 1,200 feet of water. And they live on the bottom and structure, and their main predators are like tilefish, sharks. And they taste really good, and they're good. They make good tacos. That's another fact. So that's what we're going to be doing with them today, is making some fish tacos. So here's one. It's definitely not the best fillet job, but they are super hard to fillet, and if you'd like to keep your hands, then that's probably the best way to do it. Let me grab a small kill bucket, or carcass bucket. Where's a close bucket? Hey, you're a good bucket. Whee! Okay. Make sure to poke out their eyes. Yeah, make sure to poke their eyes. They do have very big eyes, but just poke right through there, and it lets all the air that's in their eyes escape once you throw them in the ocean. Into the bucket. So, I'm going to move that slime off to the side. Try not to contaminate our fillets, which are very beautiful, nice and white. And we are going to grab our second Blackbelly Rosefish, which is much smaller. Whee! Okay, this guy is much smaller. And we caught 2 other ones, but let's say something happened. They got off at the boat, along with 6 pounds of lead, 2 lights, and a whole entire rig. It all just broke off at the boat. I think I'm just gonna go like a one stroke kind of thing. There we go. There's one. Oh. Yeah, there's not enough meat, but here's the thing. These fish, once you catch them, they don't live. Like, after you throw them back down, they're not gonna live. Because they come up from such deep depths, they don't really do well going back down. And that's why they're called Blackbelly Rosefish. That super black stomach liner. And these are just super hard to fillet, especially these tiny ones. So that's why people use them for bait when they're this big, but it was at the end of the day. We didn't have time. One piece of taco each. Okay, these are very small, but there's not really much else you could do with a rosy of this size. Oh my gosh, where's the pin bones? Oh no. Okay, well, we'll find those later. You can see it's very white, no bloodline. Also, pin bones are nowhere. Oh, I think they're right there. I'm just gonna assume those are the pin bones. Try and cut them out. Hey, look, we still have 0 people watching. Isn't that great? Okay, there's one fillet. It looks so small. I'm gonna rinse it off in our saltwater brine. Then put it in our bowl. Oh, that's such a small fillet. But that's generally what you get, especially from the rosy of this size. That's why people use these for bait. And I guess while I'm filleting this, I'll take this time to tell you about my new YouTube channel. It's called Fort Lauderdale Fishing Channel Adventures. So, that channel is gonna be basically all of my non-fishing content. Whether that's like photography, snorkeling, skiing, any of that good stuff will go on that channel. Just because I want to keep Fort Lauderdale Fishing Channel, what you're watching right now, I want to keep that more fishing related. So, yeah. Where is that line? Okay, there we go. Does it run right through here? Okay, it runs right through here. There you go, there's the, there's that little pin bone line. It's a decent fillet. Needs to be rinsed off in salt water so it's clean. Same thing with this guy. Fairly decent fillet. They have that super white meat that almost looks like lionfish, and it tastes like hogfish. So, they're very good tasting fish. Still 0 people. Okay. So this is another nice loin. Probably have about 1 pound of fish, which is okay for 3 people for tacos. Rinse it off in the saltwater brine. Some meat, very nice. And then put it into our bowl. Make sure it's nice and cold. And then we're going to move on to our next fish, which is going to be a jack. Use that rosy skin to wipe up anything. And we're going to move on to this fish, which is an almaco jack. It's a small jack, but it's a nice fish. This will be our, just blacken or fry and eat fish, just because they are so tasty. So, right into the head, we're going to go 1 cut, just like that. Spin the fish around, and just like that. My hands are so cold from dipping my hand into the brine. You could tell it's an almaco jack because of these sickles. The greater amberjack will most likely not have, well, it never has this part. So you see how it goes up and it kind of curves up. The greater amberjack will just it's kind of like a triangle shape. Like as far as this, it doesn't curve up. It's a straight line, I should say. And I just popped something there, probably not good to have on the meat, so we're just going to shave that off with our knife and remove the fillet. There's fillet number 1, not terrible, not great. You do the same thing with fillet number 2. Go right into the head, just like that. Almaco jack are probably some of the best tasting fish as well. Down there's not a ton of meat, so just kind of do that, kind of skip a step process. And just that, just like that. Because right here, there's very little meat, it's just the ribs. So we're basically, all we really want from this fish is this and this. So this is kind of not a lot of meat. So there's our jack. Gonna rinse our hands again. And we are going to try and skin this fillet, in one piece without going through and onto the board, which is very hard, for me at least. So, just keeping it super flat. Oh, I just felt where I messed up. I mean, that's not terrible. I just kind of cut right through there. Take off that. Now we are going to cut just through here. And these fish can have worms. And by can, I mean do. But, well, so we are going to cut it into smaller pieces and check each cross-section for worms. Here's piece number 1, piece number 2, piece number 3, and then on this belly, we're only going to cut it into this, and then remove these 2 little pieces. So, premium cuts. Looking at the cross sections, there's no worms, just beautiful jack meat. So this is not very desirable, too small of a piece. So those are all for crab food. And then this is what we're left with off of one fillet. Rinse them all off in the salt water. Make sure you should never, make sure, wait, what is that? I don't think that's, yeah, I don't need that. Make sure to never rinse your fish off in fresh water. It will completely destroy the fish. It just makes the meat a very disgusting texture. Okay, that's 2 for 2. I'll just leave that there, since I kind of got that board slimy in the last one. So just remove that little piece of whatever that is. Okay, here's that. And then we're just gonna cut this flat, just to check the head for meat. Why do I keep saying meat? To check the head for worms. And then we'll cut this in half. Make sure there's nothing in there. This is probably thin enough just to look through. There's nothing. Take all these pieces of meat. I just dropped one. Drop that in there, and then we will rinse it off. There you go. Here is Almaco Jack and Blackbelly Rosefish. Tacos and blackened fish. Now I need to figure out how to stop the live stream. Okay. Let's see. Stop. How do you stop it? Out here. Cancel. How do you stop a live stream? Cancel. No, don't flip. Stop. Wait, stop streaming. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.